and there's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager. Right. And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was, that the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer.
2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. Yeah. You understand?
Right.
And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying?
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay.
That should be calling me.
Hold on to your seats, because Jay-Z just dropped a bombshell that made everyone do a double. If you thought the drama between 50 Cent, Diddy, and the whole hip-hop world was over, think again. Jay-Z, the one, the only, the legend, has just shocked fans with a revelation that's going to have the internet reeling. Apparently, for all these years, there's something huge that 50 Cent hid about Diddy. And trust me, it's not the stuff of average rumors. This is the kind of secret that shakes the foundations of the entire industry. And if it's true, it's going to make the Kardashians' feuds look like a Sesame Street reunion. So, what did Jay-Z say? What did 50 know that could make the entire rap game look shady? Fans are losing their minds. Celebrities are scrambling to make sense of it. And I'm about to break it all down. You'll never guess who's involved. You'll never guess what was hidden. And you definitely won't be able to look away from this one. Because once Jay-Z speaks, especially about Diddy and 50, you can bet your last dollar that the truth is far stranger than fiction. Trust me, this one's going to have you questioning everything you thought you knew. When Jay-Z speaks, the world stops and listens. And that's exactly what happened when he shocked the masses with a revelation so explosive. It had fans, celebrities, and even the most hardened hip-hop insiders doing a double take. What Jay-Z said was simple in theory, but game-changing in its implications. According to Jay, 50 Cent has been hiding something about Diddy for years. Something so big that if it ever came to light, it could completely shift the dynamics of the hip-hop industry. And, no, it wasn't just some petty beef or an old rumor. This was a bombshell that rattled the very foundation of hip-hop's power players. Now, before we get into all the drama, let's rewind and set the stage. Jay-Z and 50 Cent are no strangers to the spotlight. Both legends in their own right. DJ's the king of the New York rap scene, a billionaire mogul, and the man with the blueprint for turning street credibility into boardroom power. Meanwhile, 50 Cent, the self-proclaimed king of petty, built an empire on chaos, drama, and unfiltered insults, most notably directed at his longtime foe, Diddy. For years, we've watched their back-and-forths play out, with 50 taking shots at Diddy's image and reputation in classic 50 Cent style. But what if this whole feud, this entire rivalry, has been built on lies? Or, worse yet, a secret that 50 and Diddy have kept buried for years, like some kind of dirty little industry secret. Here's where it gets spicy. You'd think after all the shots, all the subliminal disses, and the very public jabs, someone would have finally come clean about it. 50 Cent, in his typical willfully messy fashion, kept it hidden until Jay-Z dropped the bombshell that suddenly had the whole rap world shook. Jay-Z didn't just drop a casual bomb, he dropped a truth grenade, one that made everything we thought we knew about 50 and Diddy's beef seem like a distraction. For years, 50 has poked fun at Diddy's persona, his business dealings, and his alleged connections. He's thrown shade at Diddy's infamous bad boy era and taken jabs at his lifestyle, which 50 claims is built on smoke and mirrors. But behind all of that was a huge game-changing truth that Jay-Z just spilled, and 50 knew about it. Fans were left reeling. Was this another one of 50's calculated power moves to maintain his reputation as the ultimate troll? Or had Jay-Z just exposed something bigger than the rivalry itself? Because let's be real, when Jay-Z speaks, the industry listens. When Jay-Z says something about 50 Cent and Diddy, it's never just about a trivial squabble. It's about something much deeper, and that's exactly what Jay-Z was hinting at. He didn't come right out and say the whole truth, but he gave enough of a clue to get everyone talking. The conversation quickly turned from what does Jay-Z know to why has 50 Cent kept the secret about Diddy all this time? It wasn't just a feud anymore. It was a mystery wrapped in a scandal. What's worse, nobody knows for sure exactly what that secret is. Fans, social media sleuths, and even the most plugged-in hip-hop insiders were left scrambling to figure out what was being hidden. Speculation started flooding the internet like wildfire. Was it something about Diddy's business practices? A shady deal that 50 knew about and kept quiet on for years? Or was it something darker, a secret from Diddy's past that 50 somehow got his hands on and kept locked in his vault? The conspiracy theories started flowing. People immediately pointed to the history of shady business practices surrounding Diddy's empire, from the allegations of exploiting artists to rumors about his manipulation of contracts. Could it be that 50 had dirt on Diddy's business dealings that he's kept quiet for leverage? Or was there something even juicier, something personal between 50 and Diddy, that had been simmering under the surface all these years? The idea that 50 Cent, known for exposing anything and everything for clout, would hold on to this secret for so long was mind-boggling. Could it be that 50 kept this bombshell to protect his own reputation? After all, 50 Cent has always been about controlling the narrative. The fans went wild, of course. On one side, people started defending 50, distract from whatever actual issues were going on in the hip-hop world. Why would 50 Cent hide something so huge? He'd never keep a secret if it meant hurting Diddy. A different set of fans started questioning everything they thought they knew about the power dynamics between 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Diddy. Was there really a secret? And if so, what was it? The twist here, we may never know exactly what Jay-Z was referring to, but the speculation alone was enough to keep the internet buzzing. Jay-Z's comments had officially blurred the lines between fact and fiction, and when it comes to the world of hip-hop, that's exactly where the drama thrives. In the gray areas, in the rumors, in the things people can't confirm, but can't stop talking about. But of course, it wouldn't be a true hip-hop scandal without a little trolling. The memes started almost immediately. One meme compared the situation to an episode of Maury, where 50 Cent was about to reveal the truth about Diddy's family secret. Another meme had Jay-Z and 50 Cent holding hands like they were in on a conspiracy, making sarcastic faces like they were orchestrating some kind of underground hip-hop chess game. Then there were the more dramatic takes, the ones claiming Jay-Z had just opened Pandora's box. Diddy's career, which had been built on an image of untouchable power and smooth business dealings, was now being questioned by his own industry peers. And all because Jay-Z dropped the kind of hint that forces the entire internet to go digging. As the online theories spread, fans started examining old interviews, old beefs, and old business deals. Was there something that had been swept under the rug for years? But the real question here, the one that has everyone thinking, is why now? Does this have anything to do with Diddy's current dealings in the music world? Or is it just another page in the long-running saga of 50 Cent and Jay-Z outplaying everyone in the industry? The question of why is hanging in the air like the smoke from a fire that won't go out. And while everyone is still trying to figure out what exactly Jay-Z meant, it was a call to action for the hip-hop community to pay attention. Because when Jay-Z drops hints like this, the fallout was immediate and chaotic. Fans weren't just talking about the possible secret 50 Cent had been hiding for years about Diddy. No, the internet exploded into a frenzy of speculation, conspiracy theories, and outright accusations that were like throwing gasoline on a fire that was already out of control. Everyone, from the casual fans to the most hardcore hip-hop insiders, began scouring the web for any crumbs that could explain what Jay-Z had just dropped. And let me tell you, it didn't take long for the real drama to unfold. The theories began flying faster than those 50 Cent exposed thumbnails you see all over YouTube. Everyone from the detectives in the comments sections to the celebrity gossip blogs started breaking down every little detail of this cryptic comment, hoping to uncover the hidden truth that was allegedly so big it could bring down Diddy's carefully crafted empire. But here's the thing, when Jay-Z opens his mouth about something involving 50 Cent, Diddy, or anyone else in the industry, he's not just speaking off the cuff. There's always intention behind it. Every word, every phrase is measured. And that left everyone wondering, why was Jay-Z making this public now? Was this really about a personal beef? Or was this a strategic move by Jay-Z, cleverly pulling the strings in the background while everyone else was too busy pointing fingers? The truth is, no one knows for sure what Jay-Z meant by his comments. But you can bet your bottom dollar that fans, media outlets, and celebrities are working overtime to find out. And here's where it gets juicy. As the theories gained momentum, it wasn't just 50 Cent who started trending. Diddy's name shot up the Diddy's name shot up the list too. And it wasn't just because of some nostalgic bad boy love. No, it was because people were starting to re-examine everything from Diddy's shady past in the music industry to his many rumored connections and questionable business practices. Some fans started pointing fingers at his legal battles, his involvement in the music industry's darker dealings, and even his personal life. Desperate to piece together the full story. And naturally, the memes that came out of it were nothing short of savage. Fans started joking that 50 Cent must have a secret vault of footage of Diddy doing God knows what that he's kept locked up for years, pulling the strings from behind the curtain like some rap puppet master. One meme even suggested that 50 Cent wasn't hiding the truth but rather keeping Diddy's skeletons in a closet, waiting for the right moment to unleash them. And Jay-Z, with his calculated timing, was the one to light the fuse. The internet wasn't just playing detective at this point. It had turned into a full-on courtroom drama where everyone was suddenly sure they knew what was going on. Some people swore Jay-Z was hinting at some kind of collusion between 50 and Diddy, while others were convinced this was about money and power, that behind every hip-hop beef was a business deal waiting to happen. But the most outrageous speculation, fans started dragging in a completely new layer to the scandal. The timing of it all? See, Jay-Z has been making major moves lately, both musically and in the business world. The man is a mogul, and people quickly started wondering, could this entire Jay-Z statement be part of a bigger strategy to take down Diddy's influence in the industry? Between his label, his parties, and his business ventures, Diddy has been an undeniable force. But Jay-Z is the king of New York, the blueprint maker. And the more you think about it, the more it starts making sense. Could Jay-Z have decided that it was time to call out the emperor, revealing the truth behind Diddy's empire to expose the cracks in the facade? Could this be the opening salvo in a battle for dominance? The more fans analyzed Jay-Z's words, the more it seemed like this wasn't just about gossip. This was about the ultimate power struggle in the rap game. If 50 Cent was sitting on information that could take down Diddy's whole operation, then that's a game changer. Not just for their rivalry, but for the entire industry. And let's be real, we all know 50 Cent isn't one to stay quiet. About something like this, if he had dirt on Diddy, he would have been blasting it everywhere long ago. So why keep it under wraps? Maybe 50's waiting for the perfect moment to drop that bomb. Maybe he's been waiting for the right time to level up his position, and Jay-Z just gave him the green light. Here's where it gets even messier. Diddy's reaction, or lack thereof. The man is a master of PR, and yet, he's remained strangely silent on this matter. No tweets, no IG stories. Nothing. Well, it's just as telling as if he'd admitted to everything. Let's be real here. When someone like Diddy, who has spent decades crafting his untouchable image, decides not to respond, that's a big deal. It's almost like he's just sitting back, waiting for this whole thing to blow over. But we all know it's not going away anytime soon. Jay-Z's comments were the fuse and the explosion. It's only just begun. What's wild is that Jay-Z didn't even have to release anything concrete. He didn't need to drop documents, receipts, or even a direct accusation. He just made a comment, and boom. The whole internet was already filling in the blanks. The speculation, the gossip, the memes, it all became its own story. The real question, though, is this. What happens next? Will Jay-Z continue to poke the bear, or is this just the beginning of a much bigger power play? Does 50 Cent have the final say, or is this all part of Jay-Z's larger plan to dethrone Diddy from the rap throne? One thing's for sure, the tension is palpable. And trust me, you won't want to miss how this one unfolds. As the drama unfolded, the aftershocks of Jay-Z's cryptic comments about 50 Cent hiding something about Diddy hit the industry with the force of a sonic boom. What started as a simple revelation about hidden truths quickly spiraled into a full-blown crisis of credibility, loyalty, and power. Everyone from fans to industry insiders was now deeply entrenched in a battle for the truth, or at least their version of it. And let's be real, truth doesn't have a clean track record when it comes to hip-hop. Especially when money, egos, and legacy are on the line. Let's start with 50 Cent's next move. The man thrives on chaos. He practically feeds off the energy of public scandals. And if Jay-Z's comments were a lit match, 50 was the kind of person to throw gasoline on the fire just to watch it burn. What's fascinating is that 50 Cent never really refuted Jay-Z's insinuation, and that in itself is a story. He's the king of trolling and playing the villain, but this time, he seemed oddly silent. Now, this silence could be strategic. Maybe 50's been waiting for the perfect moment to unload the bombshell and claim credit for the chaos he indirectly helped create. He's been playing the long game with Diddy for years, calling him out on everything from his alleged shady business practices to his public persona. And now is the time for 50 to hit him with a haymaker, but 50 doesn't do anything without making sure. Everyone knows he's the one who started it, and don't think that Jay-Z wasn't aware of the potential for this to spiral into something massive. Jay-Z is known for controlling the narrative, for playing the quiet game, and waiting for his moment to strike. By simply opening that door, he threw the whole industry into a state of panic. Diddy, on the other hand, was eerily silent throughout the entire drama. And when I say silent, I mean radio silence. He didn't issue a statement. He didn't tweet something cryptic, or post an Instagram story about loyalty or authenticity. Instead, he just sat back like a king, watching his enemies tear each other apart. And that only made people more suspicious. The assumption was that Diddy had something to hide. The more he stayed quiet, the more it seemed like he was guilty. It's like when someone says, "I'm not mad," but you can tell they're about to blow up. Diddy had to have been cooking up something. right? Maybe not, but the internet sure didn't buy it. Silence in this game only raises the stakes. People started speculating, and memes flooded the internet faster than we could count. One meme showed 50 Cent sitting at a computer with a caption reading, "When you realize you've been sitting on a secret that could take down the whole empire." Another one showed Jay-Z as a puppet master pulling strings behind the scenes while Diddy and 50 fought for the spotlight. The memes weren't just jokes anymore. They were a reflection of what the public was, starting to believe that everything they knew about these three giants of hip-hop might just be a house of cards waiting to collapse. Industry insiders also began digging into Diddy's history with 50 Cent and Jay-Z. Was this really just about old beefs? Or was there something deeper lurking behind the scenes? Diddy's empire has always been built on a very public image. The man is a mogul, but with that comes a target. From his dealings with artists under his label to his past controversies surrounding his business tactics, there's no shortage of speculation about Diddy's methods. Remember, Diddy has been around for decades, making millions and rubbing elbows with the biggest names in the world. But this time, the internet wasn't giving him a pass. The questions kept coming. Was Diddy really the self-made mogul we all thought he was? Or was there more to his rise than we knew? Could 50 Cent have known the secret sauce to Diddy's success? And was it something the public would never have guessed? The public reaction to this all was nothing short of wild. Fans went from disbelief to full-on outrage. You could practically see the gears turning in their heads as they started piecing together the puzzle. What if everything we thought we knew about Diddy, 50, and Jay-Z was a smokescreen? What if their beef was really a smoke and mirrors act? To distract the public from the real power moves going on behind the scenes, people weren't just reacting to the comment anymore. They were reevaluating everything. They thought they knew about the hip-hop world, and the most unsettling part of it all, we still don't know what the secret is. Jay-Z didn't spill the whole tea. He just cracked the door open and left us peeking in, which means the entire situation is still hanging in the air. And that's the beauty of a well-played scandal. It's not about the truth coming out, it's about the speculation, the possibilities. So, where do we go from here? Diddy remains silent. 50 Cent is likely waiting for the perfect moment to unleash the secret he's been sitting on. And Jay-Z, well, Jay-Z is the one who started it all, and he's probably already planning his next strategic move. The only thing we can say for sure is this: the industry is watching, and the consequences are still unfolding. This might be the biggest power play we've seen in years, and we're just watching the opening credits. Once the full story hits, the landscape of hip-hop might never be the same. Now, it's time for you to jump into this madness. Smash that like button like it owes you money, and leave a comment to let me know what you really think about this whole mess. Was Jay-Z dropping this bomb a calculated chess move, or was he just stirring the pot for fun? Who's really hiding the truth here? Minus 50, Diddy, or Jay-Z? And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when the next chapter drops, because this is far from over. You won't want to miss what happens next when secrets leak, names get dragged, and the real drama unfolds. This is Viral Trek, where the leaks are fresh, the takes are wild, and the truth is always just one scandal away from being exposed. Because in this game, nothing stays hidden forever.